Hi class, this is Neil, and this is lesson 9 of unit 9. In this lesson, we're going to look at how we create graphs of sine and cosine. And these graphs actually create what look like waves. So the do now is really just a review of the first lesson, or the previous lesson, lesson 8, which had to do with radians. So first of all, how many radians are in a circle? Well, from the previous lesson, we learned that we know that there's 360 degrees in a circle, and 360 degrees is the same thing as 2 pi radians, which is connected, of course, to the formula for circumference. So a radian sort of means basically an angle formed by the length of a radius. That's not necessarily a perfect definition, but I think it helps us kind of understand where a radian comes from. So in this circle here, we have a radius that I just highlighted. A radian is going to be an angle formed by the length of that radius. So imagine I take that length, I cut it out of the middle of the circle, and I stretch it along the outside of the circle. So this is like my radius here. The radian measure is the angle formed by that radius. So that's 1 radian. Okay, so for question 2, we need to express 200 degrees in a radian measure. So remember, here we're going from degrees, and we're changing it to radians. So I'm going to take 200, and I'm going to multiply that by pi over 180. I'll put 200 over 1, and when you multiply fractions, remember, you just multiply straight across. So this becomes 200 pi over 180. So we'd want to simplify that as much as we can. When I look at 200 and 180, I definitely know 2 goes into that, but also 20 will go into both of those. So 20 goes into 200 10 times, so that's 10 pi. 20 goes into 180 9 times. So this is really my final answer. All right, for that second question then, we are going from radians to degrees. All right, so to do that, I'm going to start with my 5 pi over 6. And I'm going to multiply that by 180 over pi. All right, I can definitely just multiply straight across. Another thing that you may have seen in previous math courses is we can look across the multiplication symbol to see if there's a way we can simplify here. So by that, what I mean is I see a pi in the numerator of this fraction, a pi in the denominator of that one, so I can cancel them out. I see a 6 here, and 6 goes into 180, I already know 30 times. So I could cross this out, make that a 30, and now multiply straight across, and I'll get 150 degrees. Now, you would certainly get the same thing if you just multiplied straight across 5 times 180 and then divided that by 6. But this is just another way to do it. All right, so that's the end of this video.